Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a tutorial on this look right here. I love these type of shades. Oh my gosh. So here's the best part. I use the new Milani Gilded palette. This is Gilded Ember palette. Looks like this. I'm telling you, out of all the Milani palettes, and I'm going to show you guys those when I first get started because I have a bunch of their palettes and I'm going to go through all of them and just kind of show you guys really quickly, as well as show you guys some of the blushes that I have. Just unbelievable. I'm telling you, it kind of makes you question why people spend money on high-end brands when you've got this Milani out here. I swear, I mean, the shimmers are poppin', as you can see. I mean, just stunning. The mattes blend effortlessly like a dream. I am like sold. Boom. All right, so if you guys want to see how I created this look and hear my first impressions and my thoughts on the palette, because I just literally got this today and this is the first time I am touching it and playing with it, then keep on watching. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way YouTube will notify you each and every time I upload. And by the way, if you are new, welcome to this video and welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren Jade. I'm 57. I have mature, crepey, wrinkly skin with hooded eyes that are slightly downturned. So following a typical YouTube tutorial, just as you can well imagine, does not work for me or my eye shape. So I'm always doing things just a little bit differently here on my channel. So, all right, that's it. I don't want to yak. I just want to get right into this video. So here we go. All right, so I've already went ahead. I primed my eyes. These MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, and I set that with a little bit of shadow this time, not translucent powder. I already went ahead. I created my fake crease, as you can see, and I have a gazillion videos on how I do that step. So I'm going to skip that instruction for today so we can move on along to fun stuff. I got this today, and I got this on the Amazon Prime days with the $5 coupon off. So, and then I got free Prime shipping, so I got this in like 2 days. But all of these palettes are $19.99, which is a phenomenal price, and the quality is really good. This is the Gilded Desires, which is also $19.99, and these shimmers and these highlighters really sparkle and pack a punch. And this shade right here, this kind of rose gold glittery one, is just stunning. I'm telling you, I have palettes that cost more than these, and the shimmers are lackluster at best. So love those. And this is the most loved mattes. These are also, all of these palettes are $19.99, and right now they're having a sale on their website. So if you buy a palette, you get a free mini travel brush set, I think. But they're always having some kind of special. This is the Pure Passion. I'm telling you, all of these palettes are just like so beautiful, and the mattes are just creamy, they're buttery, they blend smooth. The shimmers and the highlights just pack a punch and pop. I mean, what more could you ask for? I do have quite a few of their blushes. I think I have, I can't even hold them all. I think I have like, I don't know, I have like 6. I'm wanting to get one of their bronzers. This was the first one that I ever bought. This is the Luminoso, and this is just a beautiful, like a peachy coral shade. It's gorgeous. It was like $6. Here we go. So each one comes with a little tiny brush, and then you get a little mirror here in this compact. And this color, Luminoso, is my favorite. It's the first one I had, and then I just had to go in and add all of these others. All right, so with that said, let's dip into this one. This is the Hyper Pigmented Eye and Face palette, and this one is the Fiery Red Tones, Soft Mattes, Saturated Metallic Shimmer. Right, so before I dip into the palette, you guys know I'm going to go ahead and bronze my crease up here, and I'm going to grab this is the Cheek Leader Bronze Squad palette. I'm going to grab the Hoola bronzer right here. I'm just going to take this right into my socket, right on my socket bone. This also helps to soften that little fake crease. I'm going to pick up just a little bit extra and swirl this on my inner corner right here, and I'm going to push it up towards the brow bring it down to the side of the bridge of the nose just so I can kind of really connect this. I'm also taking this up really into my socket, so kind of right on that fake crease line that I put in, which is directly above my natural crease. Just following the shape that I created. All right, the first shade I'm going to go into is Golden Hour. And I am using the same brush. This is the Sigma E35 that I used for my bronzer because I want the same type of effect. I want to just get a nice light and airy wash of color here. Once I feel like I don't have any product on my brush, that's when I'm going to begin to move up slowly and kind of diffuse the color upwards. I am going in just a couple of times just to kind of build this color up slowly. I absolutely love this brush for circular motions. It literally does the work for you. This is my favorite brush for when I just want a really nice airbrushed kind of a wash of color. I go in with a brush that's... All right, so the next shade I'm gonna pick up is this one right here, Pyro. All right, I am using one of my Crown brushes because I haven't used these yet. And this is the Crown Pro C511. So I'm gonna put a little bit on my brush and tap off. And what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna pat this on, kind of tap it on. I'm just gonna follow the shape of this fake crease line that I created. Just kind of tap this on. I just really want to kind of tap it right on top of that fake crease line. I love this pressing and tapping motions because literally like you get such a nice effortless gradient of fade. And this is just really kind of blending really nicely right into that previous shade that I put in. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back to the first brush that I used and I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of, this was the first transition shade. And I'm just going to go right on the border. So because I put this darker shade down below this one, this other lighter shade here is kind of peeking through. I'm just going to go right on top of that border and just really blend the edges of this fiery shade. All right, because I want to use some of my Crown brushes, I'm just going to grab this really fat shader brush. This is the C507, and I'm going to take this shade right here, Phoenix. And what I'm going to do with this, I just love these bone color shades or these skin tone shades because they are literally like little magic erasers, which is what I like to call them. So if you feel like one of your shadows kind of got up a little bit too high and is kind of out of alignment on where you want it, here's what I do. I just kind of pat this in and then I just kind of drag it down to kind of catch the edges of the shape that I want. And if I have a little bit out here, that color that I don't want, I do the same thing, just kind of pat. And you can see how much cleaner that looks. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. All right, I think I'm going to kind of deepen up that little fake crease line that I put in just to give me some direction. I'm going to take this shade right here, Lit. All right, I'm going to use my Anastasia number 18 for this, and I'm going to grab, I think I'm going to start with this shade right here because it's very light, and I want to map out my lid space. All right, I'm going to start out with my finger now because I really want to use this Rose Ember shade. This one's really calling my name. I might put this one, I'm thinking towards the back, but I know that I want to do this one in the front. All right, so I'm gonna pick up a little bit of Rose Ember, and I put it on with my fingers first, and now I'm going to sculpt out the shape, and I'm going to spritz this brush with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus. All right, so I went ahead and spritzed this brush with MAC Fix Plus and picked up both of these shades and sculpted them out onto my lid. I always have to do that. And now I'm in this shade right here, Gilded. I wanted to put that one on the inner corner. And I want to blend it in with that rose gold shade. All right, I'm absolutely loving this yellow. I'm gonna tone it down just a hair, although this is just beautiful with the rose gold. I have cleaned off my brush and spritzed it, and I'm gonna go into Flicker as well as Toasted right here. And now for the final step with the eyeshadow, and then I'm gonna do my liner. I'm gonna go back in and grab this shade right here, which is what I use for my fake crease, and just go back up and deepen up that fake crease line so that I have it the darkest right on top of this shimmer, because I like that dark to light contrast. So I always do this step. I go back in and I just go over that fake crease line that I put in. I like to clean up the border. I call it the border because, like I always say, I don't know what else to call it. And I think that the shade that I used, the shimmery shade that I used looks really beautiful with this shade kind of right on top of it. I always kind of go on top almost as if it were like a little curtain, just kind of going over the shimmers, and then at the same time I kind of dust away and flick away any of the shimmer that's jaggedy. At the very end is I go back in with that brush that I used for this deeper shade right here, and sometimes I pick up a tiny bit of that mixed in with the lighter transition shade, and I just plug this right into the socket and kind of go right in the hollow of the eye. So I'm really just kind of carving that out again, just to re-intensify. For my winged liner, I'm going to dip into the Gilded Desires palette, which looks like this, and I'm going to grab this black shade right here called Black Tie Affair, and I'm using a Makeup Forever flat definer brush, and I'm just going to stamp right here, right on the root of the lash line. I'm going to wiggle in between the lashes. It just helps make it look a little bit thicker. I'm going to take this a little bit thicker on this outer edge, and as I work my way to the inner corner, I'm going to be going very, very close to the very close to the lash line. I always go really thin towards the inner corner, and I get a little bit thicker out here. And I'm going to switch to an angled liner brush, and I'm going to pick up this brown shade now. This is called Would You Join Me? And I'm going to create my little wing. So I'm going to just kind of stamp like right out here, right at the root here, and I want to go in the direction of my lower lash line, so I'm just going to stamp a little bit right here. And I was starting to stamp right here at the very end. I'm going in the direction of my lower lash line, and then I'm just going to connect it in and just kind of make a little small little kind of a wing right here. I'm just smoking this out a little bit now with the pencil brush. I'm just kind of going over that little wing and extending it out and up a little bit and just kind of smoking it out. I've really been into these smoky shadow wings lately, so that's what I'm doing. Just kind of stamping out here. I'm connecting it to the lower lash line smoke that I've got started here, and just making sure that it kind of comes down and just extending it out. The thing I like about these smoky shadow wings is that they don't have to be perfect. It's just kind of a smoke, which is kind of like a little afterthought. And you can smoke them out to a nice fade. You can also get really, really fine and pointed out here, which is what I usually do after I've kind of get it to a fade, to where it's kind of fading out to nothing out here. And I'm always grabbing tell you what brush works really good for this is like a cream color brush, like a concealer brush. You can just clean up out here and just really kind of sharpen that line up and get it chiseled and pointed. So I am just working on this little wing here, this little smoky wing. Last but not least, I'm grabbing this shade right here on a clean pencil brush, and I'm just going to pop this on the inner corner. Just to brighten it up, because why not? Alright guys, this completes the look. I absolutely love it. The blend was just super quick and easy, effortless, stunning, stunning. I love it. I love these Milani palettes. And now I'm going to spray the face, and I'm going to use my favorite setting spray, which is the Morphe setting spray. The mist is fine. The smell is amazing. Turn on the fan. Here we go. Oh wait, I forgot. Hold that thought. Luckily, still a little damp, so we're in business. I'm gonna grab my Sigma highlighting brush and put on a little bit of this highlighter here. I'm gonna actually use a little bit of both. Oh, can you see? It's popping. It's popping. Stunning. All right. Now the look is actually complete. I know, right? All right. Thank you guys. Mwah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I will see you in my next one. Bye.